Yo, so I hear a lot of spiritual and energy conscious people saying that they feel uncomfortable in church, and I don't push my beliefs on nobody like that. You know, I'm open about my beliefs, but I just want to point out the fact that y'all have to understand, if you are an empath and you're in this group of, 20, 30, 50, 60 people, however many people are in this church, that's a lot of energy in one room, right? So when you step off in this church and you're trying to go to church and you say you feel uncomfortable in the church, you got to think they might be so-and-so behind you on the next row that's their Sunday self. Where they done cleaned up and they all acting like they something else, knowing what they did the night before, knowing that they are not really truly living right, but on Sundays they put on this image. So that false image is obviously, as an empath, as an energy person, that's going to make you feel uncomfortable because you're sensing that fake. You're sensing that, that's kind of alarming you. It might be somebody working on something and they really being genuine and trying to come to God and fix themselves, but they're just uncomfortable in doing so. You might sense that discomfort from that person. So you got to distinguish between the mortal energy and the Holy Spirit and the true aspect of God and what's going on in this church. I guarantee you 9 out of 10 times there's at least one person in that church that's got authentic energy that's not gonna make you uncomfortable, right? So if you in that church and you feeling you feeling tense with you picking up on these energies, find that person, just look at them and just kind of focus on that person and let it ground you out to what they're doing. Then go on being yourself and whatnot. When you feeling better and stuff, because I, as a Christian and stuff, I know a lot of churches that I feel very uncomfortable with because I'm picking up on all these energies and stuff. Sometimes I have to do that. Sometimes it's somebody up on stage. It might be somebody in the back of the stage that I can see, and I just say, that's where it's at. That's where I'm trying to be. That's that frequency I'm trying to be on. And I ground into that. I tap into that. Or it might be somebody in the crowd or whatever. But I just want to point out, if you didn't come up with a religious upbringing or whatnot, and then you're an empath and you step off in a church and you're trying to try that out and you feel uncomfortable, it's up to you to determine where that's coming from. You're supposed to know where these feelings is coming from. You can't just have these feelings. Oh, I feel uncomfortable. Well, so-and-so might be feeling that. You picking that up off of them, and now you just uncomfortable for no reason. Once you determine, you understand this stuff, you understand this energy flow that you feel and stuff, you tap into it, you can separate and say, okay, well, I felt uncomfortable, but it was because of that. And then you ground out to the flow of what's really going on, the bigger picture and stuff, and you can be yourself and do that. But it's important to distinguish that, because people say, oh, I don't feel comfortable in church. But why you don't feel comfortable in church? Is it the church that you don't feel comfortable with, which is okay, you entitled to your own beliefs? Or is it the energy coming all around you from all these other people? So if you an empath, that's something you just gotta get in check, man. That's part of life. That's what you gotta do. It's your job. So you gotta do that. Just something I want to speak on real quick. Empaths in church. Y'all have a good one. I hope everybody has a great day.